Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you so, so much for coming. As you're coming in, do well to thumbs up. Every day, thank you so much for coming. Do well to thumbs up for the host. And how are you all doing today? I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate. I was just trying to share myself out. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming. My camera is not bright. Yes, I was looking at it that what is wrong with my camera? I don't know. It's the same. It's the same laptop. So I don't know what the story is. It's the same laptop. I don't know. I noticed that myself that the camera is not bright, so I don't know what the story is with. But you can see me, but it's just that it's not clearer, yeah? Try cleaning your lens. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try and do that. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let me just try and clean it. Yeah, because I noticed it. Yeah. Over the weekend I was eating, so I think it went on the screen. So 1 sec, I will try and okay. So I will try. Let me try and get something to clean it. I'm just going to call my voice. 1 sec. Is it better? I think it's just the same. I don't know what's the story. Every day, is it better or still the same? I can notice it myself that it's not as clear. The same, yeah. So what's going on? I don't know. I just cleaned it now, but I don't know. It's still the same. Okay. I have the light on, so I don't know. It wasn't like this. Like it's always bright. You can see me clearly. So I don't know. Or is it because the weather that has changed? Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Because I can see the outside is dark and then the light is on. I tried to clean the screen, so I don't know. I need my ring light. Okay. I have to go and get one now. Yeah, it's true. Especially coming to, it's yeah, it's winter now. You're right. So the light I think that the only way you can get through is maybe during winter time now. You have to be doing your videos in the morning. That's what I think, because when gets to afternoon and evening, the weather, you're right, because outside now, I'm just looking through the window, it's kind of like dark. So it could also affect, you're right, except maybe if I try to close yeah. So it's a time for ring light. Maybe I'm going to loan your ring light every day. Every day you post your ring light to me, if you don't mind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for coming. Another week, Monday. Okay, so let's come with expectations and all that. So let's not give up. Okay, let's just, you have collected your white money, so use it for a ring light. Says who? Say Everyday Matters, you're using my logo now. Oh, so you just remember the logo is there, you've not been using it. So just like, okay, you should use your money now. You want to start to use the logo. Okay, oh. It's there for you to use. So use it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Everyday. Thank you, Fitness. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate. So today's topic, I am going to be talking about scaffolding in early childhood. I did a video on this 2 weeks back. Yes, I did a video on it 2 weeks back. And the response that I got, from the video was really, really positive. Like, a lot of people doesn't even understand scaffolding when it comes to early childhood or education. I've seen people say things like they thought scaffolding was only in relation to building, and I got your own feedback as well. Everyday Matters. So it's really good to see that there are some things that are eating to parents, which they don't know, but at least we thank God for the benefit of YouTube. Everybody can come out and share whatever they know, and I really appreciate everyone for leaving their honest feedback. Okay, so I just want to do a follow-up live stream based on that video, just to kind of explain more for people what I mean by scaffolding in early childhood. Okay, so in the meantime, I just added another level to my membership. So maybe I'll wait for more people to come in before I talk about it. So that level is just mainly about parenting tips. So if you're a parent of children from birth to 6 years and you need extra support outside my, every matter I say fitness, why are you imitating me? So if you want that extra support outside my videos, because I know there are some things that people might want to ask, and they are looking for. You're launching your membership this week. Okay, that's very good, very good. So we're looking forward to it. Wednesday or Saturday. When are you launching it? It was so nice. At least you've left it for too long, so it'll be so nice for you to come out and launch. Let's see what you have. Hello, Dara and Divine. Okay, so Everyday Matters, Wednesday or Saturday. I need to set it up here. Okay, okay. Do set it up. You have the time. There's no rush. Like I said earlier, there's no rush. So it depends. You launch it out and you'll be surprised. Just, there's no point you having it and not bringing it out there for people to know what you've got to offer. Just look at it this way. You've something to offer for people. It's up to them for them to grab it if they want to or not. Okay, so I just added another level to my membership, so which is mainly going to be on parenting tips. Okay, so if you're a parent, okay, specifically I focus on parents of young children from birth to 6 years. So if you have any questions, anything that you'd like to ask me, anything that you want me to help you with, so it's going to be a one-on-one session. Okay, so and it's so that was why I just said, yeah, it will not be a bad idea to have that level. And I did, and it went through YT and all that, and it came back, I can launch it. So I did. So feel free to check it out. Okay, for some of you that are your parents, okay, so feel free to check this level out, and if it is something that interests you. Oh, Lady Zion Sweet Home, thank you so much. Lady Zion Sweet Home, like and share. Thank you so much, sis, for coming. Thank you for your support as always. You've been so supportive, and I really appreciate. I am not going to take this for granted. Thank you so much. So in relation to the extra level, so I'm just going to wait for more people to come in. So if I have more people coming to my live stream, then I can talk about it again, just to just to call people's attention. Who knows who might be interested to join. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about scaffolding in early childhood. So I'm just going to be talking about what is scaffolding in early childhood and how you as parents could scaffold your child's learning. Okay, how you could be able to use scaffolding to support children's learning. It is really important as parents. Okay, you have to know that as parents, okay, you have to be positive role models to your children. You have to support them, okay, especially when it comes to their education. You have to be there for them. You have to support them. Okay, sometimes I see parents, they buy their children clothes, give them gifts. I'm not against this. This is really nice as well. But when you look at it, these things are definitely going to fade away. Okay, so if you buy a cloth for a child last year, coming to this year, the child would have outgrown those clothes. Okay, you'll be thinking of buying more clothes. Okay, so if you buy a toy for a child, okay, you buy a toy for a child last year, and you'll be thinking this year again, you have to change the toy. But what you can give a child that is going to be there for life everlasting is education. Oh, Lady Zion, sweet home. Thank you. Thank you so much for that amazing super chat, sis. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. God bless you. I really appreciate it. Zion, you've been so supportive. I remember I only met you a few weeks back, but you've really been so supportive to my channel, and I want to say a big thank you to you. Thank you so much. So, like I was saying before, I said, as parents, do not get me wrong. I'm not saying it's good. We buy clothes for our children. When you look at, thank you so much. Thank you every day. So when there's one thing in education, it's not even in education for human being. It is called Maslow hierarchy of needs. Okay, she said, I appreciate your support, sis. Thank you so much. So we have Maslow hierarchy of needs. Okay, so when we talk about Maslow hierarchy of needs, it means that there are some basic things that we as human beings we need to have. Okay, the same thing with children as well. Okay, Maslow hierarchy of needs is saying that there are some basic needs that we as parents we have to provide our children, and I'm going to list some of the things that Maslow hierarchy says that we have to provide our children. We have to provide our children with food. Okay, it's compulsory. It's not, food is a need. Okay, for children, it's not a want. Okay, it's not something that they want. It's a need that we as the parents we need to provide our children. Okay, we need to provide them with food. We need to provide them with clothing. Okay, we need to provide them with shelter. The children must have, where to sleep. Okay, and many more. So these are just the basic needs that we have to provide our children. So it's not a want. But when you look at toy, okay, so toy is a want for a child. According to Maslow hierarchy of needs, toy is not compulsory. Okay, it's not a need. It's not something that is urgent to a child. But food, clothing, shelter, they are the really important things that Maslow hierarchy says that we have to provide our children. Okay, but when oh, GGTV show, thank you so much, Gina. Thank you so much for coming. Do well to thumbs up for me, Gina. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. So, like I was saying, so toy is a want. Okay, so and in relation to want is when you as the parent maybe you have enough. Okay, you have enough. When you have ticked all these boxes, at all, I don't even like buying toys always. I'm telling you. So, Maslow hierarchy is saying that when you've ticked the box, you provide your children with good food, you provide them with clothing, with shelter, then you can now think of toys. Okay, it's not toy is not a necessity for children. Okay, toy is not something that children must have. Gigi, thank you so much, Gina. I really appreciate you. Toy is not a necessity. It's a want. It's a want. It's not a need. So I want us to get these two right. Okay. So need versus want. So in terms of needs, Maslow hierarchy is saying that okay, children must have good food, clothing, and shelter. Oh, they sell Sawe TV. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Good to have you here, my sis. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, so it's a need versus want. Okay, so Maslow hierarchy is saying that, and you can check this out as well. Okay, it's been a while. I know everybody is busy. I know you're busy. So I've been keeping up to date with my LS every Monday. I only skipped 2 weeks ago. I needed a break. So but I've been keeping it up with every Monday. Okay, so it's need versus want. So Maslow hierarchy of needs is saying that, and you can check this out as well. Google is your friend. You check it out too. For you, as a researcher, we always tell people to go back and check what we're saying to them. It's not just saying things to them. So you go back and check it, and you know that yes, everyday matters is saying the fact. Okay, so Maslow hierarchy of needs is saying that okay, children must have food, they must have clothing, they must have shelter. Whereas, a want is a toy. It's not really compulsory. It's not a necessity. Okay. So that was why I said in relation to scaffolding in education, this is the only thing that we as parents that we're going to be able to give our children, and it's going to last longer in their memory. Toys is going to fade away. Clothes is going to fade away. Okay, like I'm going to use myself as an example. The only thing that I can really remember is my growing up, as a child. The only thing I can really remember is Christmas clothes. That's the only thing that every year, my parents, we always get new clothes for Christmas and New Year. During Christmas time, we always wear red made for some of you that are from Africa, Nigeria, red made. And then when it comes to on the 1st, we always wear traditional clothes, African clothes, Look at that. Growing up as a child, ladies and you're laughing at this. So growing up as a child, can you remember? That's the only thing that I can remember that, the memory that lasts longer that I have with my parents is like, sure, every Christmas, every New Year, new clothes. Okay? And two clothes. Christmas Day, we wear the red made, and New Year, we wear the traditional one because it's, in the New Year. And look at where are those clothes today? They're gone. We're talking about how many years back now. So, but let's look at it this way. They gave me education and it still lingers with me for life. This is a memory. This is a thing that I'm going to hold on to for life. Where are those clothes that fade away? So, like I was saying earlier, in relation to scaffolding in education, okay, be it in early childhood or in education, this is the only thing that parents you can give to your children that is going to last them for life. Education is the key. And it starts from we as the parents. And thank you so much, everyone, for agreeing with this with me, okay? And it starts from, like last week, I was reading something on Facebook. Was it on Facebook or in the internet? They're saying about parents. They're saying that some of the children, maybe they didn't want to go to school, further education or something. And people were making real comments that it's not up to teachers. Teachers are only there to do their own part. It is up to we as the parent. Thank you so much, Gina, for agreeing with me as well. It's up to we as parents to be able to, support our children, okay, to be the best in life. And we need to understand this fact. If we have multiple children, all our children, they're never going to be the same. We need to get this fact right. They are never going to be the same. If you have 2 children, you have 3 children, they are never going to be the same. And it is really important that we get this fact right, because when we know our children, we know the level they have. That's the only way we can be able to support them. We support their learning. Okay, like I was watching something yesterday on YouTube. Most of you that you're from Africa, this popular musician, Tope Alabi. She's a Nigerian African musician. So she was sharing a lot of things yesterday on YouTube. She celebrated her 50th birthday. That's fine, everyday walk away. She celebrated her 50th birthday party. And she was, saying testimonies about what has happened to her in the past. Oh, Nibo's word. Thank you so much, Nibo. Thank you so much for coming, Mama. I really appreciate. Oh, I've seen your thumbs up. I wanted to say thumbs up for the host, and you did give me thumbs up. Thank you. So this woman was sharing. I didn't say everyday matters. Prep it well. Oh, this woman was sharing her experience, what happened to her, why she was growing up, and she said some things yesterday. I was moved to tears. She said while she was growing up, I think her siblings were better than her, and she wasn't doing well. And she said early in the morning, her father would come to her in the room. Her father would start abusing her, saying negative things to her, saying that, oh, you, this child, you are not well to do. What are you still doing in my house? Can't you get somebody to get you pregnant so that you can leave my house and all that? She was saying her father was armed. You can go back and watch that on YouTube. If you just type Tope Alabi, Elizane say, I love her music a lot. I know they hear some of her Yoruba. I'm telling you, I want you people to maybe, if you have the time this week, go and listen to it. And on Monday, maybe we'll come back and discuss this again. Just type Tope Alabi, our 50th birthday celebration. I think it was if I see it, I might put it on my community tab for you to check the exact day. It was the day she brought one comedian. They used to call this comedian Wole Agba. It was the day this brother came to celebrate her birthday with her. So she was now saying that while growing up, her father would come to her in the room early in the morning, raining curses on her in Yoruba. I can't eat. The curses were really hard. The father would say, oh, you this non-well-to-do child, this and that, leave my house, go and get somebody to do this. Oh my God. That the fact, all because what? She wasn't well to do then. She wasn't bringing money at home. And I know the frustration on the father. Let's get this part. We're talking about Africa. I know the father will be frustrated. Okay, at least I'm giving birth to a child. My child should be taking care of me, this and that. But now she now said that video clip yesterday. The irony is now the case. And this her father that she's talking about, she has lost her father. So she was saying that if she's lying against her father, that heaven should bear her witness, that her father is dead now. What will she gain from lying about her father? So Everyday Matter said some parents are just insensitive. But she said one thing. She said in the course of this, her mother never cursed her for once. That her mother was always praying, that her mother will come to her room and pray to her that she knows that she is going to be a successful child in the future, that everything is going to be well with her. And I understand. She also said it, that she understands the frustration of the dad, that, and it's true, our African parents, when you're up to a certain age, and they expect you that you should be able to feed for yourself, don't add to my burden, this and that. And I think that's where her father was coming from there. And she was not saying the reverse was the case. She now said one time, she's a well-to-do person. One time she now bought her father a car, a big car. She now went to deliver the car key to the father. She now said the father was now, praising us. Oh, my child can do this for me. This child, this matter. She now said she now remembered that, is this not you, this same father that was cursing her, not me, many years back, that she can't amount to something, big curses. So that's why I said I want you to go back and watch this. It will not be as if I'm adding to it. Everyday Matters said it's not enough reason for her dad to rain abuses on her. I'm telling you. And she actually went through a lot, when she was talking about all her life histories. Money rules the world. I'm telling you. She now said when she gave her father that car key, her father was now praising her. After a while, her father was now telling her, you need to change my car again. Oh, oh my God. She was not like, is it not you the same father that said she was not going to amount to something? So, what brought me to this that I'm saying to you, it's really important that as parents, we have to be there for our children, no matter what. Children are different. They are not going to be the same. Let's get this fact right. And this is mostly common among parents. Everyday Matter is saying, like, seriously, I'm telling you. Her father was now closer to her. She was now saying, even before her father died, series of things happened. She was dying. Every day matter is saying, I'll buy him bicycle. I'm telling you. And I know where you're coming from, because you want to be wicked to that father. But thank God for her life. And I know, let me tell you something, not this generation of children that we are raising today. That's exactly what they are going to do. Everyday matters. I'm telling you. But I don't know, maybe her mother, but she said her mother never did. Just as we're doing to our children in this new generation. I'm telling you, she said her mother was always praying for her, that she knows that her tomorrow is going to be all right. She can see it. Whereas the father was saying something else. So it's really important that as parents, why I share this story is that, we have to support our children. And like I said, our children are different. TV Netic, I host. Thank you so much for coming. This is the first time you're coming to my LS, I'm sure. Thank you so much. Do well to thumbs up for the host. Thank you so much. So it's really important. Our children will never be the same. And they have their skills, they have their talent. We should be able to support them. Yeah, you're new here, I know, because I know people that do come here all the time. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Please thumbs up for the host, and we have amazing people in the house that you can connect with. So it's really important. And this was brought the whole of scaffolding in education, scaffolding our children's education. Okay, it's not even scaffolding our children's education, yes, scaffolding our children's interest. We see our children, they love to do something, we encourage them. Children are not ever going to be the same. And these children, they like support from us. We should support them and encourage them. Oh, thank you so much, Lady Zion. Welcome. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, sis. We just have to support. And as I say, very true. It's true. We just have to support them. I remember myself growing up. My father, and I think I've shared this many times, my father wanted me to be a medical doctor. By all means, he was saying, oh, I want you to be a medical doctor. But look at me today. I decided to trend another path. And he never made a big issue of it. Thank you, Nibo's word. You're still here with me. Thank you. He never made a big issue of it. He had his opinion that he wanted me to be a medical doctor. And I told him, this is not for me. And he accepted me the way I am, that yes, this is what you want to do. Fair play to you, go for it. That's typical African parents. I'm telling you, and this was what I said. You remember in one of my LS few weeks back that, there are some professions that our children can actually do. But, like just Adessa said, the typical African parents, doctor, nurses, engineer. What happened to all the profession? What happened to teacher? If you and that's why I say we need to change our mindset. If you have asked any child that who wants to be a teacher, and they will say no. I told you mine. None of mine said they want to be a teacher. I'm not going to force them to say, oh, I love it for somebody to carry on my profession. But none of my kids, and I'm not going to force them and say, oh, you have to be a teacher by force. You have to be a teacher by force. It's not. Because when you look at it from, like I'm based in Ireland, the Irish background, they always have it in their generation. You will see, okay, my mother was a teacher. Now I am a teacher. It always runs in the family. All this Caucasians, most of all the professions runs in their family, that they would have. So it could be their uncle, their auntie, that they've done something similar and they are now doing it. But, everybody is different, and we have to acknowledge this from our children. We need to appreciate it. Whatever skills, whatever talents that we see in our children, we should be able to support them. It's not a time to force. As a parent, our role is to, guide. Okay, our role is to guide, to lead our children the right way. Okay, you tell them, okay, this is what I think is good for you. Why don't you follow this line? And let the children see the reasons. Oh, this is, I can see that you have passion for this. This is, this will be good for you. Go for it, try it. And let them see where you're coming from. It's really important. Okay, so That brings me to scaffolding in education. So, what is scaffolding in education? For some of you, you might be wondering, scaffolding has to do with building, like some people said in the video that I did. The designer said that is for Nigeria. Yeah, kids don't do that. They want to do that. Is it? And you can't. Like we were at Cops then Hellas this morning, and she was saying even in relation to our YouTube channel. Wow, this is a great topic. Sound interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you. I remember what Cops then said this morning as this afternoon. On YT, you have to follow your passion, because if it's not your passion, remember what she said, that after a while you're going to lose interest, and which is true. You look at this YT, it's a business for life. It's not something we want to do for 1 year or 2 years and we say we are not doing it again. This is definitely, it's for life. If possible, you can pass it on. So you have to make sure that it's something that interests you, something that you can carry on for life. And bear this in mind, even though if it is something that interests you, it's not that you're not going to face challenges. You will definitely face challenges, but you're going to keep going that, this is one thing that I want for my life. This is one thing that I want to do. And it will motivate you to keep going. You'll be thinking that, these challenges are there to move me forward. I'm going to keep going. Definitely, I'm going to get there one day. So it's the same thing with children as well. We keep pressing on. I'm telling you, and the same thing is really important, that we scaffold our children's education. We scaffold their learning. Okay, and what is scaffolding then? Okay, so scaffolding is the level of support a child receives from the adult or from the able peer. Okay, so scaffolding is the level of support that a child receives from the adult, whether their parents or their teachers or their peers that are able to do the particular thing they are trying to do. Okay, so I'm going to cite an example. She said, teach me. You come and teach me. I think I will start to be using this StreamYard of a thing that Everyday Matters is using. So I can be bringing people on board to speak. It won't just be only myself. I'll just, okay, come and share what you have for us. Tell us. So in relation to scaffolding children's learning, like, for example, you have a child is solving a puzzle, a jigsaw. A child is putting a jigsaw together, and you're finding out that this child is having difficulty putting the jigsaws together. This is where you, as the adult, will step in to support the child, to offer assistance to the child. This is what scaffolding is all about. Sometimes you see children, they are doing puzzles, and the adults are ignoring. They saw that the child is struggling. Lizanne is saying that would be awesome. MJ is interesting as well. Yeah, I will try one of these days. So, like, for example, you as the adult or as the parent, you saw your child is doing something. It could be a simple thing as homework or assignment, different from your country, whatever way they call it. Your child is struggling with their homework. This is the time that you, as the adult, will step in and help the child, support the child. Okay, what are you finding difficult? Okay, is it your multiplication time? Do it this way, do it that way. And you're scaffolding the child's learning. Whereas you see some people, they will not even make the attempt. They will say, oh, this is hard. I don't think I can do it. No, 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 no. I can't do it. No, you have to be able to offer the support to the child. Okay, let me see what you're struggling with. Okay, you have a child struggling with spellings. Okay, this is how to spell. Okay, sound it out, pronounce it this way, and then you'll be able to get it. This is what scaffolding is all about. Like, for example, you have a child. Okay, a child is solving a puzzle, and you, as the adult, you can see that the child is frustrated. You can see that the child is frustrated putting the puzzle together, but you ignored. You pretended as if, well, you're the child, you better solve the puzzle. I don't want to do it. This is going to lead to frustration. The child will be frustrated, and the child will definitely want to give up. The child will say, well, I'm not interested again. I don't want to do it. And especially from, that young age, early childhood, children will tell you, oh, I don't want to do it again. No, I'll go and pick up something else. That's the time you, as the adult, you have to step in. Like, you scaffold the child's learning. You offer support. You say, okay, what are you finding difficulty? Okay, if you try to put the puzzle this side, okay, put this pieces this side, put that puzzle pieces that side, it will be able to come together. This is what scaffolding is all about. Okay, you're scaffolding the child's learning. You have a child reading a storybook. The child is finding it difficult to pronounce a word. You, as the adult, you step in. Okay, show me. Let me see. Okay, what if you sound it this way? Okay, is this shoe? Okay, sound it this way. Shh, shh. You help the child to sound it out, and then the child will be able to move on to another word in the storybook. So this is really important, and this is where observation comes in. If you want to scaffold a child's learning, you can't do it when you're folding your arms. It's when you're observing the child doing something, engaging in an activity, engaging in in homework, and you see the child doing something. That's when you can scaffold their learning. Okay, that's when you say, oh, what are you finding difficult to do? Okay, counting. Okay, if you count 20, take 5 away. You know, And you, as the adult, there are several ways that maybe a child knows only one method. And you, as the adult, you know another method that the child could use to solve what they are doing. You can introduce that method. That's what scaffolding is all about. You say to the child, okay, if you try to do it this way, or you try to do it that way. So it's really important that, as adults, whether you're parents, guidance, or teachers, we have to scaffold children's learning. It's really, really important. It's going to help them. And you might be asking me, why do I need to scaffold a child's learning? Okay, scaffolding will help a child to move on to another stage in their education. Ade say I'm seriously taking notes. Do feel free to take notes. So you might be thinking, why do you need for scaffolding? Scaffolding is going to help a child to move on in their learning. Okay, let's say, like I said earlier, okay, a child is having difficulty pronouncing a word. You sound the word out to the child is able to pronounce it. Definitely the child will move on to another word. Okay, instead of the child stuck in that word. But when you don't step in as the adult, what will the child do? The child will just, move to another word and say, oh, nobody's seeing me. Oh, Cops then. Thank you so much, Cops then. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your support always. Thank you so much. So scaffolding is really important. So TV Netic is even sir. I'm saying, oh, Victorian's TV channel. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much for coming, and congratulations on your monetization. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for coming. I really appreciate you all. 11 amazing people in the building. Please do what to thumbs up for the host if you haven't thumbs up. Nibo, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. You're still here with me. I appreciate you all. So, like I was saying earlier, in relation to scaffolding is going to help a child to move on to another level or another stage in their education. Okay? And it is really important, like I said earlier, you as the adult, you have a lot of work to do in supporting students' learning and development. You won't just fold your arm and, oh, for example, my child is in primary school, is fine, is going to do well. I don't need to scaffold his learning. I don't need to support him. You definitely need to support your child's learning. Nobody is going to do it for you. Like I said, the articles that I read, last week, that, some parents were saying, oh, the teachers should be doing all the work, this, and I'm like, the teachers can only do few bits. It is you as the parents who have a lot of work to do. And when you look at it, the research has proven that parents, you're the primary caregiver of your children. Okay, a lot of policies are states that you as the parent, you're the main carer of your children, you're the main giver. The teachers, the other ones, they're just there to support you. They're standing in gap when you're not there. So, parents, the ball is mainly in your court. Anybody say fitness study greeting, boss, I've been here greeting you. Sorry, maybe he missed you. He missed you. So, like I was saying, it's really important. Scaffolding is really important, and especially from early childhood. That's the time we have to catch them young. That's the time the scaffolding starts. I've seen some people sometimes they say, "Oh, early childhood is just only play. They're having fun. There's no learning really attached to." There is. Because it's early childhood, that's the time they're learning a lot of things. That's the time they're learning life skills. Okay, that's the time they're even trying to identify themselves, who they are. They're learning to try to do things. And it is really important that, we as the adults, especially parents, okay, we need to encourage these children, we need to support their learning. And that is why it's really important that parents, we have to involve in our children's education. Parental involvement is the key. You can't leave everything to teachers and say, okay, yeah, the teacher should be doing it. You have to work hand in hand together, collaboratively, okay? Collaborative work here, okay? Kabzan is saying yes, so thank you so much. You can feel free to chip in anything that you have to say. Like I said, I don't know it all. I'm only learning myself. I'm not an expertise like So if you have things that we can learn as well, so feel free to share. So that's why it's really important that parental involvement. It says, but this lockdown parenting, we have tired. I know. I know it is not easy. And now this is one thing I say to people. Now you're going to appreciate teachers more. This lockdown will really make parents to appreciate teachers more. Some people, and this is one thing that gets me not. It says, but this lockdown parent by force teacher we have tired. I know. And this is one thing that oh, start by the sellers, I will connect. Oh, that's fine. Too next, that's fine. I didn't even know that you're a man until when people came and say hello, sir. I told you. And then say parental involvement is very important in our kids' life. Me to comes them, mommy. I even cried today. Don't cry. You're doing well. Don't cry. And this is like parental involvement is what my research is all about. I'm doing a doctorate research, and my topic is mainly focusing on parental involvement. So I really find out a lot of things about parents involving in their children's education is really good. Comes and is saying, Nibo, what, my dear, I need to be paid for this. And this is one thing I say to people. Then people will be running their mouth. What are teachers doing? They are not doing any job. Like, the way teachers are paid during the summertime. You see people say things like, why are teachers being paid during the summertime? They should not be paid. What job are they doing? Now you all can testify to this. That it's it's not easy. That's why you see teachers are frustrated themselves. Like during the lockdown, my kids, they've gone back to school now. During the lockdown, they were at home from March till end of June, and I was doing my own coursework as well. So it was really, really too much. Then what teachers will now be laughing at us. I'm telling you, if I can be tired during summertime, then you guys should know that it's not easy. At the point, I'm like, when is this going to finish? And like, end of June should come. Let me rest for the summer. I don't say honestly, I give double kudos to all teachers. It is not easy at all. I'm telling you, it is not easy. Let's even look at it this way. Teachers are the ones that are shaping the futures of now. They said we should not be calling them the futures of tomorrow. They are the futures of now. So teachers are the ones shaping the futures of today. And it's not easy. The role of teacher, like for example, when you look at, African countries, like teachers are not really that appreciated. Like they look at it and say, and so what? You teach, what's the big deal about teaching? But when you come to like the likes of like diaspora, that's why they appreciate teachers a lot, because they know all the effort that they put into it. And if a teacher is teaching a child wrong, it's definitely going to affect the child. And the same thing as parents as well. We are teachers. Okay, you don't need anybody to give you the qualification to say, oh, you're a teacher. As a parent, you're a teacher yourself. And they say, okay, Nibo is saying the kids obey the teacher so much, but when they get home, their ears are blocked. And that is why it's really important, like Nibo, just to give you something that can work. Like if you want your children to listen to you, maybe remove distractions. Okay, it's not even maybe. You have to remove distractions. Anything that will cause them not to listen to you, maybe TV's on, music on, you put away all the distractions and let them concentrate, eye to eye, you sit down with them. Okay, for example, if you want to talk to a child, you're in the kitchen and you're talking to a child in the living room, there's a barrier there. It could be the child might not hear you or the child pretending not to hear you. But if you're kind of like, one-on-one with the child, there's no excuse. Okay, you sit down there, I sit down. Okay, what happened in school today? How was school today? Okay, what do you have to do? Do it. and remove distraction, because sometimes like children are on mobile phones or they have their tablet, they are watching TV and you're talking to them. It's just like you're saying it here, it's going out through the other way. So Nibo, maybe try this. It's definitely going to work. Whenever you want to talk to your children, you want them to do something, so just remove distractions. Ladies and say, if you imagine what kids do at home, then you know teachers are doing an amazing job. I'm telling you, comes and say, imagine me doing homework and somebody will be telling me that it is not how Mrs. Booker does it. I'm telling you, I get I get this myself. I tell you something, what happened now? Last week, I was helping one of my boys with his maths homework. And then he got it wrong. You know what he told me? This is not how our teacher taught us. I'm like, this is not how your teacher taught us. Now do it the way, this is the way I was taught, and try it. Is definitely going to work out. You know what my son did? He did the way I told him. And you know what he came back? He said, yes, mommy, you're right. You're right. I missed it somewhere before. I'm like, do you think because I went to private school and secondary school in Africa, does that mean I don't know anything? And don't get me wrong, sometimes, there's ways they teach them. Comes and he say, if Nanaja will be there, you fall, no way to go. Every day saying I'm cracking you up. I'm telling you, it's true. And don't get me wrong, sometimes they teach them the steps. And I know, sometimes, especially when it comes to maths, the way we're being taught in back home in Nigeria, okay, it's different from the way they teach them the steps. But there are some things that are kind of like similar. So this one last week was similar. So I told him, I said, go, this is my own, go and try it. And he tried, he said, oh, mommy, you're actually right. I'm the one that missed it there. So, sometimes, even though if children will say things to you like that, still let them, okay, do it this way. And if it is wrong, if you didn't get the answer right, okay, we'll now go back to your own way and do it. And let's get this in mind. There's a barrier there as well. Because most of us, we schooled back home in Africa. So our method of teaching back home is different. Let's get this right. But there are some similarities. There are some things that are similar that you can employ this with your children. Literature is saying IC's everyday matters. So I'm telling you, so well done to all the mummies and all the daddies. You all did well, during the lockdown, teaching, and some of you that you still continue because mine went back now. Okay, so fair play to you. Keep up the good work. And this might change your perception. You might decide to go for teaching. He said, please tell us, well done, okay, well done to all the mummies and all the Bonnie. My Bonnie is in the building. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you so much, Sis Victoria and TV channel. Please do well to thumbs up for the host. Thank you, everyone. So who knows? You might decide to go for teaching. It's not too late. Cops then, teaching is not too late. Every one of you, every day matters. Victoria TV channel is not too late. You might decide to go for teaching. You're welcome on board. Okay. Kamsan is saying. So now, it says it's a no for me. I think I would choose manual labor. It depends on the teaching you want to go for. She said, I'm into teaching already. Oh, very good. Sister Victorian Space, that's very good. And do you teach in schools, or even though if you're teaching in church as well, you're still a teacher. If you teach Sunday school, if you teach the children's department, you're still a teacher. It's just that you're not, how will I even say it? It's just that you're not out there, in the workforce teaching. But if you're teaching in your churches, voluntary work related to teaching, so you're still teaching. Yes, early years. I know. Victorian Space, from looking at your channel, I was talking about you with Everyday Matters yesterday. I was like, I really love your channel. I said I loved, the way you do things. And I know definitely you're going to be teaching in churches and as well. So Everyday Matter is saying, unless they want Nigeria style with cane, I bet. I'm not saying that one. Every day what I say, we teach on white. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. Comes and say, I taught children church for about 10 years and I had enough and moved to ushering. It have to do big. Every day what says, you're actually right. I never thought. It's true. We are all teachers. Okay. It's true. It's true. We teach on, it's true. So that's why I said, who knows, for you teaching on whitey, so you can take it up a little bit further. Just go into teaching so that at least we will know you everywhere. Okay, you're teaching in your country, and then you're teaching online as well. So now let's get back to yeah. So mommy comes and we are teachers on whitey. Bonnie is saying comes and I had to teach for 2 years in mosque, and the mosque ended up closing because of building work. And then I never went back. So no teaching for me. Really? You might decide it's and teaching is actually fun. And like what Cobden said this afternoon, related to YT as well, if you're doing something that you love to do, it's not that there are no challenges for you teaching. Like my own is different. Like I teach adults. So I teach like people in the universities and the college. So mine, I'm not teaching small children. So you can see that I'm dealing with adults like myself. I know some of them I'm older than them, and some of them they are older than me. So you can see that it's a kind of like a two-way thing, a collaborative work here. So it's not like I'm dealing with children that I will say to them, do this and that. So mine is a little bit, easier, I must say. But it has the disadvantage as well. You're dealing with adults, you're telling them this is what you want them to do, and then some of them will want to do it otherwise. You can't tell me what to do. I know what, So why Bonnie is saying I did partial teaching with younger children with Arabic and how to read the Quran. Okay. Wow, that's very good. Yes, the lady, every time she sees my mom, she said, tell Bonnie to come and teach. No, if it's something that you like, just, go for it. Teaching is fun, especially if it's something that you love to do, and it's part of you. You just have to go for it, okay? So let's come back to our scaffolding in education. So it's really important as parents, not just even, she said, I can teach in Nigeria, not in the diaspora. Okay, I see. I hear you. Okay, go to what's stopping you from going to Nigeria and go there and teach? Oh, Helen, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Helen. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's come back to our scaffolding and do well to thumbs up for me. If you haven't thumbs up, 13 amazing people in the building. Thank you. She said, I don't enjoy, it's not a part of me. Even though I love children, don't have the patience for teaching. Yeah, I know teaching has to do with patience. You have to have the patience. If not, especially when it comes to dealing with younger children. When you're dealing with children, you have to have the patience. But like mine, is with adults. So it's not, it's not that kind of like difficult, like comparing to teaching younger children. I think if I'm teaching younger children as well, I might be saying the same thing that, it's not easy. It requires a lot of patience. Victorian's TV channels, I think it is better in the diaspora. So it depends, like, whatever we love to do, let's just go for it. It's all about our passion, what we love to do. Okay, so it's really important in relation to scaffolding in education. We have to scaffold our children's learning. It's not even only in our children's learning as well, like I said, our children's interest. Sometimes we find out that our children love to do something. Let's encourage them. Okay, like somebody was pointing out to me, one of my students was pointing out to me that our son likes to artistic. Our son is artistic, likes to draw picture and all that. Okay, and then Bonnie, I'm going to come back to your point. Just let me quickly say this. She said that our son is so artistic. She found out our son loves to draw and all that. She encouraged our son, and she said she noticed it from when our son was a child. I think she said around the age of 2 or 3. So she said this is just something that she noticed. And when it comes to Christmas, every time she always buy our sons, painting brushes, drawing boards that would encourage him to draw. And now I think our son is now in 6th year, nearly the completion of his secondary school. And the boy said it to his mom already. He's going to go to the university to continue his career, that he just wants to be drawing, artistic. That's what he likes to do. And fair play to his mom. He said from that younger age, he was able to encourage him, coming to every Christmas. He's always buying him, something that will make him artistic, to color, to paint, to draw. So you can see it's really important. If, most of us as parents, we can really focus on this. We'll find the interest in our children. We know what they love, and we can support them. Victorian TV is saying you can imagine. Yes, so Bonnie, let me read your point now. I will be holding my niece to get her to read because she prefers to be running around. They start as small as 6 years old, but I think they should make it for 9 or 10 years when they are right themselves. Bonnie is saying she was 5 still when she joined. I could just see she wasn't enjoying at all. Want to run and play. It's really important that, like, if we even want to present something to children, it has to be in a fun way. When you look at early childhood, everything you're presenting to children, it has to be true play. You want to teach them to respect people. You want to teach them to love people. You're doing it in a fun way. You give them something. And what did you have to say now? The child will say, thank you. You're teaching the child to be respectful, to always appreciate whenever he gets something. And the child will not even know, but you are doing it in a fun way. You want to give something to the child is not saying anything. You go back to the child, what did you have to say? Thank you, auntie. Thank you, mommy. And as time goes on, the child is definitely going to be well used to saying thank you. You see some children today, they are so good with greeting. You come into their house, they will say, oh, good afternoon, auntie. Good morning, auntie. Good evening, auntie. It wasn't just today. It started from many years back when the parents, or the adults around saying to the child, or whenever you see people, be polite to them, you greet them, you say good morning. And the child is definitely going to grow up that. It's going to be, have you not heard when they say sometimes that you see some children, they can greet you like tomorrow, every 2 minutes? Somebody was saying to me, this child just saw you a few minutes ago. The child will come back again and say, hello, auntie, hello, auntie. You'll be like, how many hello do you want to tell me in a day today? So you can say that the child is already used to it. So it's a thing that, the child is already used to. Whenever I see people, I have to just greet them. I have to be nice to people. So let me go back to Bonnie's point. They should be of age that they are able to read and write themselves and can sit for an hour in class settings. Mine doesn't want to say hello to anyone. She prefers to hire. So it's something you have to teach. And it doesn't start from today. It's going to, even if you start today, it's going to take a while. And this is one thing I say to people. Like, for example, you want, like Bonnie, your niece, you want your niece to greet people. And you just told her today, oh, you have to say hello to Florence. And then come tomorrow, if she doesn't remember, you have to still remind her, oh, you forgot something there. And this is it. It's not just you teach children something today and you expect them to master it. It doesn't work that way. Even we as adults, sometimes we have a lot of things going on in our head. Hardly can we, sometimes say, oh, did I just say that thing? Did I just, like, for example, if I'm singing, there's this particular song now that I like, unconsciously. When I'm sitting down on my phone, I'm singing the same song. On my laptop, I'm singing the same song. So it has become part of me. Nobody is telling me to sing this song, but it just come to my mind. I will be singing it. So you can see that that's just me. I'm being wired every 2 minutes. I think I have to bring my kids to you. Bunny say, I remember when we went to my granddad's funeral. She wanted to be in my arms all the time and put her head in my hand. But it's about going at their pace. Not every child wants you to be in their space. That's a very valid point, Bonnie. And that is why, in relation to scaffolding as well, I'm going to bring you back to scaffolding children's learning. You definitely know when the child needs help. This is where observation comes in. You're observing your child, they're doing something, you're cooking, at the same time, you're watching what they're doing. When they need help or they are struggling with something, that's when you're going to step in. And we need to get this right. Scaffolding is different from invading on children's personal space. That's what Bonnie is saying. Like, for example, a child is painting. The child is able to paint. And then you're going over to the child. Like, the child is doing well, the child is painting. And you took the paintbrush. Okay, let me help you to do this side. Let me help you to complete it. You are not scaffolding the child's learning. The child is well able to do it. Scaffolding is in relation to offering support. You're supporting a child's learning when there's a need for it, when a child is struggling. A child wants to do something and you can see that the child is struggling, but you're saying, yes, you need to do it. It comes and say, like a monitor at the class prefect. I missed, okay, yeah. One is saying we have to remember they are small, and when adults in their space, it can be scary. I'm telling you, it can be scary. Like for example, this is one thing I'm going to tell you this, especially in early childhood, you have children drawing, and then you see some people will go to the child. Is that a picture? Are you drawing a picture of mommy? Are you drawing a picture of daddy? Who told you the child is drawing a picture of mommy or daddy? What looks like a mommy or daddy to you might not look like mommy or daddy to the child. So you let the child finish, and then the child will tell you. You see children, they will bring it to you themselves. They will say, "Oh, look at it, that is auntie." But you go over to the child. Is that mommy? Is that your brother? Is that your sister? No, that's invading on child's personal space. You're not scaffolding their learning. So Bonnie is saying, when she likes that, I don't have the heart to put her down. Like a money. That's it. I'm telling you. And just like we as adults as well. We as adults, we don't like people like, for example, let's say I have my mobile phone on now. Okay, this is my mobile phone. And somebody comes and take my mobile phone off me and just take it off without asking me, oh, Florence, can I look at your mobile phone? Just for a moment. You're invading on my personal space. You need to ask, oh, Florence, can I use your phone to make a call? Then I'll give it to you. Then you come and take it off me just like that. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So it's really important that we need to know. And this is where observation comes in. We will know when we are to scaffold our children's learning. It's when they are struggling, when there's a need for help, you step in. Bonnie is saying I should bring my niece to early years. She's probably hate me for it, but I'll help her come out of her shell. I don't like people. When teachers come near me, I always get weird about it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a pro. I'm just learning myself. And this is all what I learned in college, and I'm still learning myself. So it's really important, little ways that we can adjust. And this cannot be done overnight. I'm telling you, let us not, it cannot be done overnight. You can't say, okay, everything we've discussed, you want to start to implement it. It takes a while, one step at a time. Okay, this is one thing that I'm going to do today. Okay, tomorrow, this is one thing I'm going to do tomorrow again. So it's really important. We will definitely know when there's a need for us. Like, for example, you have a child. A child is reading a storybook. The child is reading out loud. The child is not struggling. And then you go over to the child. You're saying, okay, the way sometimes you see people, you have a child is reading, and you say, go to the child. Okay, let me see. Let me see what you're doing. Let me see what you're reading. What is different from maybe when the child finishes, you can ask the child, okay, what was the story all about? The child will be able to summarize the story. And when there's a need, maybe the child is struggling with words, pronouncing words, you step in, and then you can pronounce the words for the child, or you ask the child to sound it out. One is saying also it's very important to go to the child's height when addressing them or greeting them. Yes, that was exactly what I said to Nibu. If you want to talk to a child, which most parents, we need to get this right. You want to talk to a child, you need to go down to their level, like what Bonnie said. Your children are not the same height as yourself. If you can't go down to their level, when you're talking to them, at least be closer to them. Because there's going to be a barrier there. You're in the kitchen. Your child is upstairs. And then you're saying to your child, bring me my jumper. The child is definitely not going to hear you. And then you'll be shouting. You'll be saying, did you not hear that I said you should bring me my jumper? The child is not nearer to you that he can hear what you're saying. So it's really important that, getting down to the child's level. I did a video on this already, how to communicate with children. You get down to their levels, maintain eye-to-eye contact with them. It's not when you're far away, you're talking to children and you expect them to hear you. It's not going to definitely work out. And communication depends on the age of the child. Like the way you're going to discuss and talk to a teenager, I'm not a pro, it's going to be different from the way you're going to talk to young children. They're never going to be the same. Okay, so you need to also bear this in mind as well. I see so many people that force affection, but the parents don't show affection either, but expect it from the child. And this is it. It's true. You're right. We have to, like, one of the ways of showing affection to the children is you have to show that you care. Like in terms of their education as well, you have to show that you care in what they're doing. Okay, it's really important. One second, please. So, Lady Zion is saying that's what I'm saying about asking the age matters. I'm telling you, the age matters. And like somebody was saying that when you want to communicate with children, it depends on their age. There are some things that when you're saying to a young child, you just brush on it briefly. But as time goes on in terms of their age, you know that yes, like when you're dealing with teenagers, you will know that yes, you'll be communicating with them like, these ones are gearing towards adulthood. So you need to communicate with them compared to when you're talking to a child. When you're talking to a child, you will definitely communicate like a child to a child's level. Let the child understand where you're coming from. Like you want a child to be nice to people now. There are ways that you can go about it. And just like what Bonnie said, I said, Bonnie, it starts from you as the parents as well. You are nice to people. You're not shouting back at the children. You're not, if you shout back at children, the children will look at it and say, well, it's definitely okay to shout at people. Bonnie is saying, when the kids come to me, I'm usually sitting down so at their height. And it's it. When, like, especially for people working in early childhood, the chair is always low. You're going to definitely be at the child's level. You're not going to be on top of the child. You're definitely going to be, at the child's level so that you can see the child. You maintain eye contact with the child. You're not hovering on top of the child, that you're talking that the child will not even be able to listen to what you're saying or hear what you're saying. Okay, so I'm just going to list out a few ways that we can scaffold children's learning. Okay, so it's really important. The first way is you have to model performance while thinking out loud. So what you want children to do, you as the adult, you have to model it. You have to show it to the children. Okay, show and tell. Okay, a child is struggling in relation to puzzle. You show the child. Okay, you can say, okay, this is the way. This goes to this side. Okay, you can give it to the child and say, okay, you put it this side. Okay, the other one goes there. You're showing the child so that the next time, the child is learning. The child will be able to know that, okay, yes, this is where this piece of jigsaw goes the next time. And it's really important when you're doing all this as well, you need to check out for the heights of the child. Okay, if you want to tell a child something, you're not going to be on top of them. But it's saying, but if there's another child crying or upset, then I will go to them, but keep my distance and be at their height so they don't feel you're on top of them and also don't feel like you're not interested. That's it. It's really important because, like, for example, when you give them high contact, it does show interest. Yes, like, for example, a child wants to do something, but you're hovering over the child will not even feel confident to do things. They'll be like, oh, this, and children will not say it in their look. It will be like, this person should just leave me and go away. Let me do what I want to do. So it's really important that we model what we want children to learn from us. Okay, we show them. Okay, this is how to solve the puzzle. Okay, this is the word that you're struggling with. Okay, this is how to do this. And then the next time the child is going to learn to do, because that's what scaffolding is all about. That you as the adult, if you as the adult cannot, you can ask their siblings or you can ask their peers that are able to do these things. Like, for example, in terms of jigsaws, you have other children in the room that can do this piece of jigsaw. So you can tell this other child in the room to show the other child that is struggling. Okay, Tommy, you show Sarah how to fix the puzzle. Okay, Sarah, you watch as Tommy solves the puzzle. So you can see this child is learning from the other child that knows how to do things. Bonnie is saying not every child can verbalize what they are feeling or the problem. That's it. And it is really important that you, as the adults as well, you need to teach children to express themselves. It's really important. Children need to express themselves. And sometimes when children cannot express themselves, that's why they present with challenging behavior sometimes. A child wants something, the child is not getting it. You see the child shout. And then you'll be wondering, instead of you shouting, you talk, you talk, you talk, you talk. And that's why you, as the adult as well, you have to encourage the children and say, okay, you need to speak up. Okay, if there's anything, talk. Or if it is younger children, you go to them, are you okay? Hope everything is fine with you. You look a little bit upset. What happened today? And then the child, it said that's when tantrums occur, when they are not able to communicate. Exactly. Sometimes children want people to communicate with. And just like what Bonnie said, if you're not free with them, they are definitely not going to come to you to communicate with you. Children need somebody that will be able to listen to them, that will be able to hear them out. And it's all about, the way we do it. We have to do it when you're communicating with children. You do it in a friendly way. You do it in a nice way. It's really important as well. Okay, like also provide the prompt. Like you want the children to do something, you prompt them. Like for example, okay, a child is struggling with a jigsaw or a puzzle. You can prompt them. You can say, okay, do you want to try that jigsaw again? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, do you want to give it a one more try? So you're scaffolding them, you're encouraging them, you're prompting them to try it again. Because sometimes, children need people that would encourage them to do things. So, Bonnie, you can tell when a child is in a bad mood and when a child just wants to be in their own world. Exactly. And most of the time, children need somebody to encourage them to do things. Like, for example, your children, one of your children, or you find out they love singing. You just be saying to them, okay, do you want to sing this song for me? Okay, sing this song. Let's go. And the child is you're doing it in a fun. Okay, you sing the song for me now. You can do it. And while asking, for example, the child doesn't want, you're not going to force the child and say, okay, you sing this. You can only encourage. You can say, oh, go on now. I know you teach the child. Oh, go on, come on. I know you're a good singer. You're going to make it. Children, irrespective of their age, even we as adults as well, we love praise. You dress lovely. Somebody say to you, oh, you look lovely today. You look beautiful. You're going to feel proud of yourself. Especially most of us that were doing YT. You have a video you upload and somebody comes back like all the lovely comments on YT, and they're saying to you, oh, you're actually doing well. Your video are so informative. We love what you're doing on your channel. You'll be so proud of yourself. You're going to say, oh, wow, so people like what I do. And it's going to give you a word encouragement to go. Like I came today for my LS, you all came. Assuming, okay, it's just only myself, I'm talking. At some point, I'm going to be like, there's nobody here for me. People not interested in what I'm doing. Well, you see the level of support that people come. So it shows that, that at least it's a word of encouragement for me that, oh, yes, I'm doing well. I have to just keep going. People want to listen to what I have to offer. Bonnie say it's the same when I am helping the little ones with homework at time. They say, no, I can't do it. That's when encouragement and praise is needed. Not every child has a natural love for academic works. I'm telling you, Bonnie, it's not even every child, even as adults as well. Especially for some of us that were in college. It's not that we really love that college per se, but because we have to do it. Like my students were saying to me 2 weeks ago, oh, Florence, it seems that you're enjoying your research. You love it. And within me, I'm saying to these people, I think you don't even know that because I have to do it. I have to show passion for the subject, whether I like it or not. This is what I'm going to be researching, and then I have to do it. Oh, I'm sorry, my battery. I just noticed my laptop. Let me just charge my laptop. I just noticed my laptop needs to be charged. Anyway, we're about wrapping up. I'm going to finish in the next 15 minutes, okay? Okay, Bonnie's saying you'll be surprised who you impact. That's why you should still come live. Even if one person comes because you don't realize whose life you're impacting. I'm telling you, I remember when I first started on my LS. Thank you to Everyday Matters. Thank you so much to Everyday Matters. This thing I'm about to say, I really need to say a big thank you to you. The days when I first, thank you, ladies, thank you. When I first started my LS, I'll be the only one there. Sometimes I'll feel discouraged. And there was one time that Everyday Matter, I was there alone myself. And I said, in about 30 minutes, I think I'm going to wrap up. I wasn't monetized then that I was going to wrap up. But Everyday Matter said something to me that day. She said, I need to be positive. That I have to have that positive attitude that even though if people are not coming, I should be positive that people will come. That even though if they're not coming, I should just do my thing. And then since that day, I took on board what she said. And she was even telling me 2 weeks ago, she said, I didn't even wait for anyone. I was the only one there and I am talking. I have been in that mind that I just do my thing. Even today, too, when she came, I've already started. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? And I shared with her 2 weeks ago. I do live on Facebook as well every Sunday. 2 weeks ago, I think only one person came. It was only one person came, and the only one person that came was there for like 2 or 3 minutes, went back again, and then one person. But I did my talk for the whole 30 minutes. Oh, Vienna's beauty. Thank you so much. Thank you for the amazing thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. I did my 30 minutes. I was just doing my thing as if, that the crowd are there. Sorry, I just get in here, just see notification. Oh, that's fine, Vienna. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you so much. We just have to have that subconsciousness that just do your thing. And in this journey of YT, that's the way it is. You just do your thing. Before you know it, people that would really connect with you will connect with you. It's really important. And I'm still bringing back to what Cubs is saying. You can't say you want to lower your standard because of anyone. You can't. You're doing yourself no good. Just do your thing. And like today now, I was like, if people come, if they don't, I'm just going to do my thing. But the support has been so amazing. Like Sister Daisy, you've been with me for I haven't seen you for a while now, but you came on board today. Vienna came. I wasn't expecting. I know Everyday Matters will be here, sure. I know Fitness will be here. I know 2 people that I know. Yes, if people are not turning up, those 2 will be there for me. And I'm like, yes, let me just do my thing with 2 people. So I will just do my thing. But look at the way you people came today. Bonnie is saying, Diana's B2, I am everywhere. I'm back from school and decided to come on Whitey. I might have to go do work tomorrow now because I'm tired. So, this is the way it is. We just have to have that positive mind, positivity. Whatever we're doing, let's just keep doing it. Let's just keep doing it. Everyday Matters, you're every hour family member. Yeah. She's my friend now, so she doesn't have a choice. I know that one she'll be there. 2 people I know, I guarantee when I'm doing my live stream, if everybody don't come, I have my family that will come and support me. And the Bible even said that wherever 2 or 3 people are gathered, I know this is not the Bible. The show will go on and continue. Nibo, you're still here. Thank you. In the next 12 minutes now, 13 minutes, I'm going to be wrapping up, okay? Yeah, so we should just have a positive mind. So we should just have to be positive in whatever we're doing. This journey is a long-term journey. It's not something we're doing for 6 months. It's not something we're doing for 1 year. It's not something we're doing for 2 years. It's going to be like last week. I see a lot of YouTubers celebrating CCME 400,000 subscribers on YT. You know how long she's been doing this for? She's been doing it for years. She's been doing it for years and she kept on. If you ask her, she has her own story to tell, the challenges that she faced on the way. I remember she was saying before that, before she traveled to do her master's in the UK, it was difficult for her in Nigeria because of network and all that. So she does go to a cyber cafe maybe once in a week to check all her email and all that. It was when she went to do her master's in the UK that she had the opportunity that she was uploading like every day. When she got there, she saw free. She was like, so free network. She said free network. She was just uploading. She has her own story to tell, but we see a lot of people celebrating her. Last week, they also celebrate one other as well. I see people celebrating all these people. Go and ask them their stories. They're going to tell you all the stories. And Cecilia was even saying it. She opened another YouTube channel. And she was saying, I think she uploaded like 3 or 4 videos. And she was saying, now she knows the struggle that small YouTubers are facing. That when she uploaded that 4 videos, she was thinking she would have gotten her 4K watch hours. That when she checked her WH, she was like, it hasn't even gone to anything. She's like, she knows what new YouTubers are facing. So you can see it's just a matter of keeping up the good work. We just have to keep, putting out your content out there. And before you know it, the people that are going to watch, that are going to connect with you, this is what everybody we're praying for. We want this organic subscriber to be watching our content, to be glued to our channel. And it's not just going to happen in a day. Consistency. We just have to keep up doing the good work. I just say it's a lifetime thing, no matter the challenge. I'm telling you, there will be no glory when there's no story. I'm telling you, and that's my watchword. No glory without a story. You would have a story to tell. When we look back, and this is the way I look at it. I'm like, okay, I'm on YT for 6 months now. And I can see the improvement from when I first started in April. Okay, in November now, you're definitely going to see it. You keep improving every day. You would even go back to your first video. You'd be like, so am I the one that did this first video? Am I the one that uploaded this first video? I remember when I got monetized, every day Matters was saying to me, oh, now, early years Matters, you need to work on your video. We don't want to see you cut your video. I'm like, yes, boss. She's like, okay, you need to, where you cut it, we don't want to see your hand cutting that camera. I'm like, yes, boss. And I did. I went back, I work on it. I'm not going to say, what is she? Why can't she tell me, you that you're not monetized, how can you tell me what to do? I listen, and the same thing every week. I'm be going back and forth. How was my video? Anything I have to work on? I say to her as well. Even sometimes if I don't see anything to her, she'll be the one to ask me, how was my video? I said, I was even about to tell you, you don't need to ask me again. So that is it. You need to have that, that one person or few people that, you can always support yourself to check you out, to put you in the right direction. Like, oh, do this thing again, do this again. Let's try this if it's going to work. Let's try this, it's going to work. And when you're down, you have somebody to encourage you. Oh, don't worry, the views is good. I remember when I first got monetized, I was so down. Every day Matters was the one encouraging me. Now, a few days now, it was, and that's how it's all about. We encourage us. I'm like, hey, I'm monetized now, no views. This one. She was like, don't worry, it's going to come. It's going to take a while. And that's say humility. I'm telling you, everything that she says to me sometimes, do you think I like it? I don't, but I have to take on board what she's saying to me to go and work on it. There was one time she said something, I was like, why did my friend tell me this? But I took on board what she said. And that's all growth is all about. Bonnie is saying, that's just it. My ex and my friend, both of them asked about their videos. At time I'm very gentle, another time I'm brutal. But honesty is best policy. If something is rubbish, you have to say, but I'm telling you, yes, you have to, because if somebody wants to progress in life, you need to be humble. Like I used to say, I don't know it all. I'm not because I'm a researcher in the area, I feel that I know it all. I don't. Other lens, somebody can say, okay, try this video, do this video again. Okay, try it this way. And I used to tell her, I know what I need to work on. I know I need to work on my editing. I know myself, but there's some things that when somebody tell you the obvious, oh yes, my friend is right. She's actually right. And I'll just go to her. I'll say, okay, why is this my thumbnail today? She will say to me, sometimes she will say, no, no, no. I'm like, leave it. I will improve. As time goes on, I'm going to improve. Don't worry. And you need that somebody to give you that push, to bring it out of your comfort zone. You won't be relaxed and say, hey, I think I know it all, you know it all. But you have to be open to take criticism from people. And just like what Bonnie said, honest feedback is not all the feedback. There was one time I did a video, Cops then told me I wasn't even that, closer with her. I'm not saying I'm closer with her. I'm not even that supporting her. She wasn't. I did one of my videos. She watched it and she said, oh, the music is too loud. She left the comment. I went back. I had to remove the video. And then I checked on the sound again. I put it back. And that is it. We should have somebody to tell us. If other people will deceive us, they don't want to tell us. And which is true. Sometimes if people say things to you, you might feel offended. But there are some people that, they are your friend. They will tell you the way it is. And they say, I need people like that in my life who can correct me anytime, any day. And bear this in mind. Sometimes you will not want to take the correction, but it's better. Ladies Anne is saying exact. I have my other friend as well, Ada. She said, if I upload a video, my friend Ada will tell me, Floxy B, what is wrong with your light? She would type it and tell me, I comes there, you're still here. I thought you left. If I know you were here, I would say it. Sister, if you best, thank you so much for coming. I've only 6 more minutes and then I'm going to wrap up. Just then he says sometimes we say we want to hear when people tell us. I tried to let I thought you left me already when I saw my people watching dropped. So I thought you left. Oh. It's everybody says we are back. Comes there, mommy, we are everywhere. So it's we really go a long way. Like today now, when I started my LX, Everyday Matters came. Everyday Matters saying, what is wrong with your camera? I can't see your face, it's not clear. It will take somebody like that will tell you. I know others will come and just say, let's just leave her. She said it straight away. I went to get tissue and put water. Look. My friend is telling me something. I went to get tissue, water to clean the screen. And it's still the same thing. And I'm like, oh, I think it's because of the weather, because it's darker now. And she was like, you need to get a ring light. So I have to take on board because we need people like that will tell us the way it is. It's not the ones that they don't want to tell us so that we feel offended. Ladies and saying you go look faithful. You're right, it's true. Because it's not everybody. You say some things to some people, they will feel offended. I know. But we should just take it on board. We are not perfect. Like I say, I'm not perfect. Comes and say, I've had someone that told me to tell her, and when I did, all feedback was pushed back on, and I just stopped because it was turning to anger. I know it is not easy to take feedback from people. It is not easy because you look at it as, oh, are people sabotaging my effort with all these things that I've put into it? But you need to take it honest feedback. It will make you to improve. You can't say everything is perfect about you. You're not going to say, oh, even comes then as you are, there are some things that you are still working on yourself. And you always say that, especially when you give a channel review, you always say, these are just your 2 cent advice. I think that's the way you say it. And it's true, not everybody is a pro. So you need people that can, okay, try it this way. Okay, did this. Everyday Matters, if you want to learn, grow, be open. We have to. I'm telling you, we have to. We have to just, sometimes they are bitter. I'm telling you, they are bitter. Sometimes they are bitter. Like my friend will tell me, Ada, if I send the video to her, she'll say, Floxy B, what is wrong with you? You have the content. Work on your quality now. She will leave voice note. Call me. What is wrong with you? My friend will give out to me, and I'm like, I will laugh it out. And she's right. I will laugh it out and say, well, Ada, I beg, leave me alone. I know what you're talking about. Don't worry, I will try. I will try my best. I will try. And which is, I remember before when I wanted to celebrate my monetization party, I did an IV and I sent it to my friend Ada. Ada was telling me, no, you can't put that IV out. She had to make an IV for me. She did it. She was like, okay, send me picture. This is a big celebration. I will have to do one for you. She go out of her way to do one for me. She was like, and that's it. We need people like that. She was like, no, you can't put that out. No, for your celebration. No, this is a no for me. And it's really important that we have to, people should be honest with us, and we have to be honest with people as well. And just like what Sister Lady Zion is saying, you have to watch out. Okay, not just anyhow. Like, I'm not really close to Adese now. I know she's my, we're getting closer. If I see something, I'm not going to go straight to her and say, I think this was wrong with your video. But when we are closer, I can go and say, oh, yeah, I think try this. Okay, this was what went wrong. Ladies and I love it when somebody correct me, even if some people don't know how to correct it, just take the good side of it. I tell you. And we are all here to learn and grow. Oh, Gift Empire TV, I'm so sorry I miss you, sis. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, it's my network, only catching up with comments, can hear and see you. Oh, I'm going to even be wrapping up now. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. So let me just use the remaining and 1 minute to talk about. Comes and is saying, please, I need feedback to improve my video. I beg all of you now, please, I'm open to all feedback, but no cause me blue jeans go come find you. We don't want blue jeans to find us. We will cause you. So, like I was saying earlier, I just added another level to my membership. Okay, so it's going to be all about parenting. Let's not laugh. Let's listen to this one. Let's listen to this one. I beg. This one is important. I've been talking about scaffolding since. Make una hear me. Make una hear me. Okay, we will come. Comes there will be nice to you. Okay. So I've added another level to my membership. Please, it's all about parenting. Let's listen. Oh, we are laughing. Oh, we are laughing. Serious matter. Serious matter. Serious matter. Serious matter. I've added another level to my membership. It's all about parenting tips, parenting education advice. What took you so long? I'm telling you, and I've been since 2 weeks. I've been saying I need to do this. I need to do it. Early years, madam, not be only my papi blue just like money. You have joined. Oh, I'm telling you, this YouTube must pay my bills. Oh, this YouTube must pay my bills by fire by force. So I've added another level to my membership. So it's all about parenting tips. Okay, parenting tips and advice. And like I used to say, I don't know it all, but I will use my, with the level of experience that I have, and as an expertise by God's grace in the area of early childhood and education. So I feel I have a little bit to offer. Okay, she said, I think you're doing fine. Thank you so much, Bonnie. So please check this level out. If it is something that interests you, please go for it, okay? And I'm going to be there to support you in relation to, if you want me to help you in relation to, parenting tips, planning activities for your children, play, little advice that I can, give or support you in the area of your parenting or motherhood journey. So please check this out if it's something that you're interested in. Please, okay? And I'll be happy to have you people on board, please, because I'm looking at the other level. I don't know if people want to join or not. Well done on the new level. Thank you so much, Cops. Then, so I did it. It was review and it came back. So I said, yeah, this might be something that will interest people. Parenting. I'll just bring the children to you. I'll be visiting every weekend. No. You're not dropping any children. It's going to be VI online, calls. Nobody should bring any children. I have my own already. So it's going to be VI calls, okay? In relation to play, any advice that you would like me to give to you, because it's not everything that I can bring out to everyone, so I have to start, saving it for what I have to offer for my membership. Please join, even though if you don't have children from birth to 6 years, if you have your friends, if you have people that have children from birth to 6 years that can join my membership just to support me, okay? Parenting tips, I'll be giving you parenting tips, advice. Okay, try this with your child. So maybe, for example, if you have a child, you want to support your child's learning, your child's play, or you have a child with, challenging behaviors, how can we support, how can we help out? Okay, so feel free to check. Okay, and that is it for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because then that would be great. Not that I have kids anymore because of lockdown. Thank you so much, everyone. I do appreciate you all. Let's continue to, with that level, include homework. Which homework comes? Bear in mind, you're based in Canada. I'm based in Ireland. AE29, I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping up and you came. So AE29, I'm fine, thank you. I just added another level to my membership. So it's parenting tips and advice. So if something that you people will be interested in, do check this out. I'll be giving out parenting tips in relation to how you can support your children's learning and development, okay? A lot that I have to offer on that membership. So please consider joining. And it says, if I join. Will you come pick my kids to your house? No, no. I know they pick. I know they picking. It's all online. Okay, so tell me what you want me to, the things, the activities that you can do with your children to help them, to learn and develop and grow and have fun. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Hey, 29, I don't know why you didn't see my notification, but at least you came, a minute or two, you're still here with me. I appreciate you all. Thank you. A29 was a very good supporter during my process of looking for WH. She was so good running my playlist. I really appreciate you, sis. Even you did not know me from nowhere. You did all the help you could, and I'm never going to take this for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all next week. Okay, via my live stream. Watch out for my video tomorrow and on Friday. Please continue to support me. I need all the support. View, and leave a constructive feedback. Be genuine with your feedback. Because then he's saying this was fun. Bye, ladies. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Bye.